This episode is brought to you by Southwest Florida's Sonic Drive-Ins. Summer is approaching and it's getting hot. Cool off with a drink at Sonic. Go to any of the 3 Southwest Florida Sonics and mention Zion ACC to get 50% off drinks. Are you looking to buy a home? Well, Susan Beatty is your person. Susan Beatty is a realtor for Rockstar Realty in Fort Myers. Her number is 239-560-9073, and her email is susanb@rockstar-realestate.com. Susan also has 2 grandchildren that go to Zion. And to make things even better, if you buy or sell your home through Susan, she will donate 3% of her net commissions back to the school. Hello everyone, welcome back to Let Me Direct You with Beth Wallace. This is episode number 5. We are trucking right along and we are so excited to have you back. If you're new, welcome to the podcast. This has been a really fun experience for us so far, and we're really enjoying doing it, and Mrs. Wallace is really having fun doing it. So this week we had Mrs. Wallace give some reminders about our Mother's Day tea coming up and Teacher Appreciation Week coming up, and then she shares some stories with you guys, and then we have on some special little guests. It was another great experience and a great interview. And then we have on Mr. Matt this week, our property supervisor here at Zion, who just does tremendous work for the church and the school, and we are so blessed to have him on. And he came on and talked to Beth, and it was a great time, and he really shares a lot about his role with the church and the school, and it was a really great episode. So we hope you enjoy, and without further ado, let's get to the show.
Welcome back. This is Let Me Direct You by Beth Wallace, and this is our 5th podcast. Wow, we are moving along. I'm going to start right at it. What an exciting week we have had. Just to kind of fill you in and have you caught up on all the events, I guess I hired a new teacher. And it's Miss Megan Roosh. I think I'm saying her last name correctly. And she has a 3-year-old program until the end of May. We had an opportunity to minister to some families and to some kids, and actually to Miss Megan by offering her a position here at Zion. And so I want to take this time to welcome these new families and to say that we are so excited to have you to be a part of Zion's family. And then I have to give a shout out. Some of you know that I had hip surgery in December. And before that, I was going to physical therapy. I have realized that physical therapy isn't just because you have aches or pains or because you need to get your body going in one direction, but it is preventative also. So I've taken control of my recovery from hip surgery, and I go to Apex Physical Therapy. And my therapist is the best therapist in Lee County. As far as I know, she's the best therapist in the nation. Her name is Angie. And I have to give her a shout out because she is a Spartan competitor. And she placed 3rd in her age group this past weekend at West Palm's Spartan race. And she finished the event in 45 minutes. I mean, 45 minutes. Now, if you think about it, like most people that walk 5Ks finish, in an hour. Most people, like normal people. She finished a Spartan race where there's events. Like she had to throw a spear and hit a target, and she was able to get on the podium this event, and her husband Joe compete in this area, but they go like to Tennessee, they go to Atlanta. So they've been in the circuit for a while, but she was finally able to place third, and I'm so proud of her. And she's an amazing person. She's a very kind person, biggest heart you could ever meet. And hopefully this summer she's going to be on our podcast because she's going to educate us about physical therapy for young children and young athletes.
Did you say she was at
I said she was at Apex Therapy. Yes, that's on San Carlos Boulevard. And then another shout out, I've become a fan of Courtney DeWalter. She is a ultra runner, right? And I just watched one of her podcasts, and she just competed in a 200-mile race. And she persevered through it. The first 20 hours, she wasn't able to keep food down. She wasn't able to get her mind where it needed to be, but she finished the race. And before that, she did a 238 mile ultra race, the Moab, what's it called?
That was the Moab 240.
Yeah, it was called the Moab 240. But anyway, I'm not a runner. It's something that I did when I was younger. It's something that I look forward to doing, but I'm not an ultra runner. But just how humble she is about her accomplishments, and how she shared with her audience. Like, we think that we can only do certain things, but we can overcome so much. And that's what her message is. Like, she doesn't know that she can do this, but she goes out there and she does it. And that kind of just brings me back to like what this week was like for me. I didn't think we're towards the end of a school year. And here I am opening up another classroom. Like, I thought in my head, I'm like, am I going to be able to do this? But I was able to do it with lots of prayers, and with God's guidance, we were able to do that. So that's why I wanted to just mention her. Courtney, she's amazing. And if you ever have time if you're interested in running, or even if maybe you're out there listening, you're an ultra runner, tune into her. You can go onto her YouTube, Instagram or YouTube.
Courtney DeWalter.
Courtney DeWalter. All right, and now this brings us down to some ECC events. Again, next Wednesday is our Mother's Day tea, and that's for all the ECC moms. Make sure you're here early. We want to be able to start our morning at 8:40 in the atrium, and then the parents of the juniors, you're going to come and wait in the hallway outside of the classroom, the junior classroom. All other moms are going to wait in the atrium for their student. And then next week, too, is Teacher Appreciation. Our weekly education ministry board, Miss Lou is the chair, and she organized an event for every day next week. And on Monday, they're providing drinks for the teachers. On Tuesday, they went around and they asked every teacher their favorite bagel and cream cheese. So they're going to prepare those for the teachers on Tuesday. Wednesday, they're providing pizza lunch, and they know what kind of pizzas the teachers like, and they're going to provide that for the teachers. And then Thursday, there's a new little donut shop in the area. It's Divine Donuts, and they're going to go purchase those donuts for the teachers on Thursday. And then Friday, it's Crazy Chocolate Day. They are going to just treat them to all kind of yummy treats. So that's next week, starting May 6th. And it's just to say thank you, teachers, for caring so much about our families, for caring so much about our kids, and for being so awesome. And we just want to show you a little appreciation. And that leads me to this orange envelope. What we do, it's a tradition. We celebrate our teachers at the end of the school year. We do it twice a year. We do it at Christmas and we do it at the end of the year. So these orange envelopes have gone home in your child's backpack, and we're asking for a donation so that we can present the teachers with a class gift of gift cards. So I'm in charge of doing that, and if you can find time and if you want to participate, make sure to turn this orange envelope, back into my office. All right? So that's pretty much the updates for this week and the upcoming week. We are going to invite the kids in now. We have 4 little friends that are going to come in, and I ask them questions. So you want to stay tuned because it could be your child. And then after that, we have a special guest. Most of you know him by Mr. Matt, and he has a few things to share with us. All right, so stay tuned. Hey, my special guests are here, and we're going to go around, and they're going to introduce themselves to you. And then I have some questions to ask you. All right, so we're going to start over here. Sir, what's your name?
Logan. Finn.
Go ahead.
Secret.
And the lovely lady?
Vivian.
Vivian. All right. Now, I'm going to ask you, have you ever heard of the word YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. Have you ever watched anything on YouTube?
Yes.
Well, guess what? You're going to be on YouTube. How cool is that? So, do you think you can remember to tell your parents tomorrow to watch for Mrs. Wallace's podcast, to make sure they watch because you're going to be on it? You're going to be stars. You can. That's your homework for tonight. Is that all right? I gave you homework?
Yeah.
To remember? Okay. All right, so we already went through the names. Now I'm going to ask you a couple more questions. Logan, how old are you?
5.
Finn,
4.
you're 4? Okay. Sickery,
5.
5. And my Vivian, how old are you?
4.
4. All right, so we have some 4-year-olds in here today. Now, these kids are all in a VPK class. And Logan, what is your teacher's name?
Miss Anna.
Miss Anna. What is one favorite thing about Miss Anna?
That her class is superheroes and I like superheroes.
So her class is the superhero class, and you like superheroes. Good answer. Finn, who's your teacher?
Miss Cindy.
Miss Cindy. And what's one of your favorite things about Miss Cindy?
When her teaches us.
Talking to the microphone, sweetie.
When her teaches what does.
Uh-huh. When she teaches you?
Yeah.
And is that a new shirt you're wearing today?
Yeah.
What's on that shirt?
Flamingos.
Flamingos. That's pretty snazzy. I like that shirt.
Daddy got it.
Daddy has good taste. Let's do a shout out to PC. Good taste in the flamingos.
He got me 2.
He got you 2? All right. You're going to wear the other one tomorrow? The new one? All right. I like this. All right, Sikri, what is your teacher's name?
Miss Cindy.
Miss Cindy. And what's one of your favorite things about Miss Cindy?
Those owls and I like owls.
Oh, you're the owl stars and you like owls. Great. You know what? That's a great answer. Good memory, too. All right, my little Viv. Who's your teacher?
Miss Dana.
Miss Dana. And what's one of your favorite things about Miss Dana?
Kitchen.
Kitchen? You like the kitchen? You like to go into kitchen? Yes. What do you like to play when you're in kitchen? Do you like to play dress up, too?
Like the baby.
You like to play with the babies? That means you're going to be a sweet little mom. All right. Now, we had a special event yesterday. We have it every Wednesday. Logan, do you know what it's called? That we go to the sanctuary. And yesterday, Pastor Curtis led it. What's it called? Chapel. All right. What's one of your favorite things about chapel?
When we sing the song.
When we sing the songs. Finn, what's one of your favorite things about chapel?
When we sing the song.
Okay. How about Zikri?
Sing the songs.
And my Vivi, what's one of your favorite things? Do you like the songs at chapel?
Listening.
Listening. You like to listen to the lesson or to the message? That's wonderful. That's a great answer. Logan, have you ever been an offering helper?
Yes.
Can you tell us what an offering helper does?
It holds the money within the bowls.
In the bowls, and what are you in charge of? Passing the plate? Yes, and you've been an offering helper, right? Yeah, you did a good job. How about Finn? Have you been an offering helper?
No.
No? Really? All right, we got to tell Miss Cindy then. Would you like to be one? Yes? Okay. Zachary, have you been an offering helper?
Yes.
Yes. And Viv, have you been an offering helper? No? We got to tell Miss Dana, okay? Because this is your last year at Zion, so we want to make sure you get to be an offering helper. All right, so now this is going to be might be a tough question because you might have a couple of different foods, but I want Logan, what is your favorite food?
Cherries.
Cherries. And who makes the best cherries for you? How do you like to eat the cherries? Just by themselves?
In a little circle.
In a little circle? And who puts them in a little circle for you?
Mommy.
Mommy. Aw. All right, Finn, think about what is your favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Biscotti? Who makes the best?
Mommy.
Mommy. Zachary.
I have spaghetti today for lunch.
You have it for lunch? Oh, good.
Mac and cheese, rice, and popcorn. I like popcorn too.
Do you? Who makes the best mac and cheese?
Daddy and Mommy.
How about the popcorn?
Daddy.
Daddy. Oh, do you like butter on your popcorn?
No.
No. Vivi.
Yes.
My little Viv girl. What's your favorite food?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese? Who makes the best mac and cheese?
Mommy and Daddy.
Mommy and Daddy. All right. All right. Now, Logan, do you have a favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. Okay. Finn.
Orange.
Orange.
Red and blue.
Red and blue? Okay. How about Viv? What's your favorite color?
Pink and red.
Pink and red. Oh, I like pink too. It's
I
pretty.
have pink on me.
Yes, you do. You have the pink flamingos. All right. So I know some of you got to watch the previous podcast, and we have a challenge. It's called Sour Power. Raise your hand. Who likes sour things?
I like
No?
Sour Patch Kids.
Oh,
No.
No, you don't like sour things? Well, here's the challenge. I'm going to share Sour Patch Kids. You're each getting one. And whoever makes the funniest face wins the challenge. Are you up for it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes? Okay. All right, so. Don't put it in your mouth. We have to count to 3. We're all going to do it at the same time. All right. Don't put it in your mouth yet. Wait. All right, ready? 1. You ready, Mr. Cam?
Oh, I'm ready to judge.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Vivi.
I'm just sucking on the juice.
You're just sucking on the juice? All right, Mr. Cam, who do you think?
I don't know.
I don't know. Vivi, she had the funniest face at first. And then they were hiding their faces.
I know.
I think it's Viv. High five. Give her a high five.
What do you guys think, Viv?
Yeah.
I think Viv made funny.
High five, Zikri. Give her a high five. Good job.
Good job, Viv.
All right, then one last thing we get to do. You're going to look at the camera. And Logan, you want to wave and say hi to somebody? Mom and Dad and who else? Wave to the camera. All right, Logan and wave and say hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi, sister and brother.
Hi, sister.
Logan, you want to wave to Brenna? Say hi.
Hello.
Finn, you want to say hi to Darcy?
Hi, Darcy.
There you go.
Hi, Mom and Daddy.
Hi, Mom and Dad. All right, well,
I don't
you
have
guys, what?
I don't have one. I
Yeah.
have sisters.
You have sisters, don't you? What are your sisters' name?
Olive Emily and Sam.
All right. And your sister's names? Brenna and
Darcy.
do you have brothers or sisters?
Sister.
What's her name?
Ada.
All right. Well, you guys were wonderful guests, and Vivi is the winner of the Sour Power. All right. Well, have a great day, guys, and thanks for coming in.
We're good.
All right. So we finished up with those cute little kids. What great answers they had. And Vivian's face, I still see it. She was so cute. So now we have the adult guest on. Again, I hope we can call him an adult.
Little adult.
And this is, we refer to him as Mr. Matt. Mr. Matt, welcome to our podcast.
Wow, I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here.
Wow.
So we just kind of want to get the viewers a little kind of a background of, how long you've been here, what your job is, how you're involved in the ministry. So why don't you start? How long have you been at Zion?
I'm working on my 10th year.
Your 10th year.
I do believe, yeah.
Okay. And what made you come to Zion?
I came to Zion because of the people. I really did. The people here are awesome.
Just reminder to make sure you are close to it. That might adjust too, like
Hello.
that. There you go.
Hello.
That way we hear you better. All right.
And what do you enjoy most, other than the people? Like, take us through, what a normal day is for you.
Oh boy.
Yes, that's what I want.
Well, my first part of the day is getting the school open and ready to go, and that's just as a facility side, setting chairs and air conditionings, and making sure it's a safe environment for all of our staff and students, and then
and I'm going to stop you there. That's so important because we open at 7 and you get here way before that, and when the teachers get here at 8. Now, and I'm sharing this because when I worked in my school that I worked at, I had to put all my chairs down, I had to turn the air on, I had to turn the lights on, put the toys out. So when my teachers get in here at 8, their room's ready to go.
it should be.
And it's because of you. You go in and you do it every day, and we just want you to know we appreciate that.
I appreciate doing it.
And then, too, you clear the building to make sure everybody's safe and secure, that's our number one concern with the kids, is making them safe.
And we walk the property, make sure after a storm there isn't any branches or debris or anything like that. And then from there, my main responsibility is the church.
Right.
So there's a lot of ministry there as far as getting the church ready for Bible studies and events that are going on throughout the year.
Uh-huh.
And basically just being here to help when help is needed.
And I know, and there's certain occasions that don't happen during, your 7 to 4 hours that you're here. So, certain events you're here for, the funerals.
We on the church side we do
Mm-hmm.
do memorials.
Yes.
And different things. Sorry.
That's okay.
We do memorials. We have a lot of church activities, dinners, different things like that we do. And then on the school side, we have a lot of activities too that they do that you do, like mitten run, auctions, and all that. And I enjoy helping with those.
Right.
When I'm asked.
Right.
Yeah.
That's you're a huge part of our ministry. I know personally, I couldn't do my events without your help because you have to get the facility ready. For the mitten run, you put out the cones, you put out the course for us, you set up the tables for the snack, you bring out the music for us, and there's so much preparation that people don't understand that goes into preparing for an event. Just like having a Bible study meeting, you have to make sure the room's ready, the air's set, the tables are arranged in a particular way. Not every group uses the tables the same way. And there's just the amount of setup and takedown that's so important for people to understand. It takes time to do that.
It does.
I mean, just like for us to be able to turn my office right now into a podcast, it took Cam, at least a half an hour to get everything set up. Now, that's just a little table and microphones. You're talking about a room. You're getting ready
For
for
hundreds.
hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And just as we go forward through, we're getting ready for our Mother's Day tea. Mr. Matt already has all the stuff in my office for that. He has everything we need to serve the parents in the morning, and then he'll put the coffee on in the morning for us. And then for our graduation, he has to make sure that the sound equipment's ready to go, and he has to set up. We have an arch that we use. He sets that up for us. He makes sure the air's on a timely manner. And then we have certain things that would have to be brought in that day to the chapel. And he provides all that. He sets everything up. So it's like you just walk into your home and it's all done for you. That's how we feel. Every event that we put on at the school, Mr. Matt makes it happen. He's the quiet person that's behind the scenes that does it. And we're just so blessed to have you to be a part of our ministry.
I'm blessed to do it,
And
the Lord
it is a
commands me to
ministry.
do it.
That's what's so different. In the other schools that I've worked in, the property manager didn't take it as a ministry, and that's where I see the difference. This is your ministry. You're here to serve, and you make that so available to so many people. Like when we have a book fair, Mr. Matt would purchase books for kids, and like so many people didn't even realize that. He would purchase a book, and then he would give me money to purchase a book for kids. And I just, your heart is 5,000 times bigger than
around holidays,
right. And when there's certain events that we do donations for kids at Christmas. Mr. Matt's one of the first ones, and he'll bring it in. It'll even be wrapped. He's like, "Here, Beth, this is this, and this is that," and he blesses those families. And we have an after-school care program.
Oh yeah.
And he has been out there trimming trees because the bus driver had a new bus, right?
Yep.
It's simple.
Yep.
It's simple things like that.
Little things like that.
She's so proud of her new bus. Mr. Matt is out there trimming the trees so they don't hang over and scratch the top of her bus.
Yep.
And he made a bus stop for us so that the kids could get dropped off on the property.
Yep. So they're under a camera. They know where they're doing.
And that's why I wanted to lead into this, the security part of the building. Can you, when you first started here and then what we've come to right now, like we do certain drills every month.
Right.
And
we do a fire drill every month. We do a lockdown drill every other month. And we do hurricane drill. And we also do safety drills in the classrooms where the kids they'll see me testing the AED machine, and I'll open it up and tell them this is what this is for. And it's amazing how many of our young students know what an AED machine is, and they could use it.
right.
I mean, in a case of a real emergency, they know how to call 911.
Uh-huh.
But they could say, yeah, we've seen that. I know what that is.
So over the last 9 years that I've been here, when Mr. Matt does a drill for us, then we get together and we talk about like what can we add to it to make the facility safer. And he has purchased for us additional cameras. Like he said, he has a camera that faces the walkway where the kids get off the bus.
Right.
He's purchased an alarm system where when we do it's a panic alarm.
It is a panic
So when
alarm.
you hear that, the kids know where to go, the teachers know what to do, and the mirrors in the hallways.
There's
You've added
mirrors in the hallway so we can see, who's on the other side of the building.
who's on the other side of the building. He's prepared our doors to be safer. So if they're for the intruder drill, there's certain things that are in place that we put in there so that the kids and the teachers are well protected. And then going out to the playground, there's also you've put a camera on the playground.
There's 2 cameras on the playground, and we've redid fence repair so the kids can't get underneath the fence, and the gates are lockable. So when someone comes in and out, we know who they were and why they came.
And then
that
you
way.
have a monthly or weekly checklist. It's monthly, right?
No, each Wednesday.
Each Wednesday.
When the students are in chapel, I do maintenance on air conditioners and also safety check for the entire rooms. I make sure all the doorknobs are secure, all of them have safety locks, make sure the doors are working correctly, make sure all the lights are light, because those things go out, and you want it to be inviting for everyone.
Right.
Be it a person that's been here for 9-10 years, or someone who's just come to think about bringing their kids here
Right.
to go to school. They see these things, and I think having the cameras visible, they see that, hey, this place is safe for my student to
Right.
come, or their child,
Or their child. And also, just as far as on the outside of the school, not just the playground, but like the walkway,
Right.
the overhang. We've had a huge project going on from the damage from.
Right, we re-roofed the entire facility, and that's challenging because we did it during our busiest season. So there was a lot of times that people would walk by and just see me standing there, but I was standing there to keep people safe because I had roofing people right above your canopy, and you can't close school. I mean, we have to be here for our families, and that was one great thing after Hurricane Irma. We were able to open a week after because of the great help of the congregational members coming to help clean up the facility, cleaning up areas that got damaged so we could have a safe environment for our students, so our parents could take some of that stress of having a child home with them during a hurricane. They could
Right.
say, hey, I'm going to drop off my student, they're going to be occupied, and I'm going to be able to take care of some of the little things that need to be taken care of around our house.
Right, because still a lot of our parents didn't have electricity,
right.
and
Yeah.
they would come and just sit in the atrium while we had the kids.
That's right.
Because we were blessed.
We
We
were
had
blessed.
minimal damage. It was mostly the trees and
Right, trees and fellowship hall.
fellowship hall. Yeah, the roof there. And we were able to open, like you said, that next week. And Lee County schools were still closed, but
we were open.
well, we were opened, and we had more than half of our students here because a lot of families evacuated.
Right.
But once they heard that we were open, they got back into town, the kids were here because that's what's so important.
That's right. That's
Keeping
our-
that routine for the kids, letting them know they're safe, everything's going to be okay. And giving the peace of mind to the parents, like taking a breath, like sitting back and saying, hey, we can do this. I know we don't have electricity, but at least I know my kids are okay for the day.
They're okay, and they're in a secured, safe, normal environment.
Right.
Right. And that goes back to the congregation of the church. People who had their own issues, but they took time out of their day to come over, and we had parents from the ECC that came over and helped us. And teachers,
Yes.
the ones that were here. So it's a great community of people, and I think that's the reason I love my job, because there's always an activity, and there's always people to help,
Right.
and make their life a little easier.
Right.
And it's fun to see all the activities, because I mean, we have so much going on here at the school. I mean, between activities that each teacher's doing, and they may come and say, hey, I need some styrofoam balls, or I need some tubing that looks like a big snake, and I said, well, I can find that, and I go off and find it.
Right, and I that's what I feel too. I feel just you're part of our team, and it's so important to be able to communicate to you. And one thing about Mr. Matt is if you tell him one time, you have it. It doesn't take him long. He's a doer.
Yeah.
And you know what? So many people talk about doing. Mr. Matt does it. And that's...
Get her done.
Yeah, get her done.
That's it. Move cars. Get it done.
That's it. So on a personal level, you have how many kids?
I have two boys.
2 boys.
And I also have a goddaughter.
Okay.
My goddaughter graduates this year from Cape Coral High.
Oh.
So I'm excited about that.
Oh, wow.
Shout
Congratulations.
out,
Yeah.
Shout out to Jan Toria. She's doing really well. And then my oldest is named Michael.
Uh-huh.
He goes to Dunbar High.
Okay.
He's a Tigger.
He's a Tigger.
You won't like that, but he's a Tigger. And he's an engineering student. He likes to build things, and right now he's building a CAD machine out of his 3D printer. He's making all the parts to make a CAD machine, and then he'll be able to make all sorts of fun stuff.
Wow.
So he's
Oh my
doing that.
gosh.
Yeah, and
That's so exciting.
yeah, and then my other son is Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
He's 7, in 7th grade. He's not 7. He's a teenager now, and he's more my scientist.
He's your scientist?
Yeah, he likes to do.
Well, I know you have to miss a couple mornings because those kids are always getting one got into the National Honor Society.
They're National Honor
Society.
Society. They're A honor roll since kindergarten. So I've always taken time to celebrate that. It's
Wow,
you know.
that is just so wonderful, and just the time that you've spent with your children. I mean, and it goes so quickly.
But you forget, there's just one glue that holds all that together.
Oh, that's your wife.
And that's Fiona.
That's Fiona. There wouldn't be Mr. Matt
That's
without
right.
Fiona.
'Cause she keeps us going. I am the Shrek in our world. I'm the little green guy. But yeah, she is our rock, and she keeps all 3 of her
Donkey!
boys. Yeah, all 3 of her boys on point. When we're having downtime, she
Well,
makes sure
that's
they're
just a given. Fiona she's a real superhero.
She's a nice. She is my angel.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking time to come in. We've
Well,
been
I'm
waiting to get you in
Thank
here,
you.
but we're a seasonal church, and you've been so busy trying to get because the snowbirds are leaving, and you've been busy doing that with getting them getting their place
Right.
set up for like the Hinchies. I know you helped them as they were leaving. So thank you for taking the time. I know your day is so filled with so many things, but
And thank you guys.
and we just
I'm-
want you. I
I'm
know you know this,
blessed.
but our
Blessed.
teachers, our kids, our families, we just love you and appreciate you so much. And so you're part of Teacher Appreciation.
Oh wow!
That's it.
Well, thank
All
you.
right. Well, you have a great day, Mr. Matt.
I will.
Okay. Thank you. Today's devotion is going to be from our chapel talk. It was pastor's message in chapel this Wednesday, and it's from Psalms 30, verse 5. For his anger is but for a moment, and his favor is for a lifetime. Weeping may tarry for the night, but joy comes with the morning. And I'm just going to read a little part of this. It says, the morning of verse 5 describes the new day. We are in the Easter season. At the sunrise of a new day, the women went out to the tomb and were greeted with the message of Jesus' resurrection. It was a morning and a day of joy. Jesus' resurrection brings the new day of his forgiveness. The darkness of our sin has been taken away, and we live in the light of his love. Obviously, not every day is a great day, and sin still happens in the day. But we live in the day of Jesus' resurrection. We thank God for the blessing of the night, sleep, time with family, etc. We thank God for the blessing of each day, light, school, play. We especially rejoice in the day of his resurrection and each day of a new life. And this is the prayer. Jesus, you hear our weeping in the night and our cries for deliverance during the day. Thank you also for the shout of joy we are privileged to hear and share. We are joyful because of your resurrection and the promise of our resurrection. And all God's people say, amen. Blessings on your day.
This episode is brought to you by Zion Lutheran Early Childhood Center. Enroll today. Zion Lutheran is a Lutheran preschool located in Fort Myers, Florida, off of 7401 Winkler Road. Their phone number is 239-481-4040. Zion serves ages 2 through 5 years old, and they now offer a after-school program. Their motto is knowing, growing, going. Zion Lutheran Early Childhood Center.